the Kapotur Triangle, the Karamojong, Pokot, Turkana Triangle, which is a much more wider area and a wider area of crisis, bringing in all the communities, bringing in the entire region, and all having what you may call a common culture and a way of life. Remember, these people have lived together all through over the years. Even before the boundaries came in, they have been living together and they understand each other. The way of life is very much common. And as Dr. Khaniji said, the economy is built around livestock for all of them. That is their main lifestyle. And in those traditional days, they used to live and have raids. Those raids were well coordinated at that time, so that you'll find one will go to the other, conduct the raid, and then will come back and do what we used to call negative reciprocity, whereby, and this was understood. Now, what you need to understand is that those who are conducting raids were controlled by their communities, not individuals who do what you call raids for self-interest. There's a whole community coming together saying, it's our turn now, we're going to attack the other side. And they go. The other side, after being attacked, will stay for a while, plant themselves and say, yes, bring the boys again together, and they go. So what am I saying? These things are actually controlled by the community. Even now, they are controlled by the community. It's not individual raids that are taking place and all that. The wider ones, as you're seeing, are controlled by the community. So that, I want to argue, there's nobody who is a bandit from 1st January to 1st December. That's in the wilderness just looking for things. No. For most times of the year, either he's taking care of his own animals or doing other things. Then when the time comes for raids, these are coordinated. These are coordinated. And even the arms themselves are actually coordinated. Not all of them own arms. Most are owned by society, kept somewhere and then used. Now, you mentioned about the issue of the area. Yes. By virtue of that lifestyle, the entire community, therefore, has had to protect themselves. Again, because of lack of government presence. All the way from Uganda into South Sudan, into Ethiopia. What I used to call the ungoverned spaces. And therefore, because they've advanced in terms of use of weapons, from spears and bows to weapons now, they've got that now, and they use that now actually to defend, number one, their animals and their security. And when the situation is bad and out of control, and they're suffering, they now use that to cross over the other side. And therefore, sometimes one may argue that to control this, you need all the three countries to come together and control this to under either IGAD or any other element. Now, then, come back home. What we have now has little external influence. Of course, some because of arms coming from across on all sides, but the communities fighting now are our own people. It is the Pokot, it is the Turkana, it is the Samburu, all confined within our common border. And with this now, therefore, it's much more easier for government to bring order, to bring control, to show their presence, and indeed take charge of what we call the ungoverned spaces. And I'll argue again that right now it is tough, we are moving in tough with very strong instructions and all that. Once this is done, we need to sit down and plan for the future, the immediate and the long term, as a country to find a solution to this problem we have in North Rift.